Okay, so this one here, you've got 4n plus 8, because you go 4 times n is 4n, and 4 times 2 is 8. Here you've got 5x plus 5y. We're expanding. Here we go 2x times 4, which is 4 times 2 is 8x, minus 3 2's is 6, and x times x is x squared. Okay? You could have written 2x times 4 minus 2x times 3x, but that would simplify to that. Here, you need to use FOIL. So first is 5 times p, which is 5p. Outside is minus 10, negative 2 times 5. Inside is plus p squared, and last is minus 2p. And then we write it nicely in order. P squared, because we have the highest power of p. We've got plus 5p minus 2p, so that's plus 3p, and then the minus 10. Okay, question 3. Simplify these. 5 times p, we write 5p. K times k times k times k is k to the power of 4. And 5n minus 7n is minus 2n, plus 6 plus 8 is plus 14. Okay, and here we have the area of a trapezium is given by the formula a half a plus b times h, so the area equals a half a times b times h, I said plus h, it's times h, equals 7 3's 21, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 21 times 2 is 42. They don't have units there. Oh, look at that. If a trapezium has the area of 42 centimetres squared, it's kind of the matchy-matchy thing happening. Height is 8, base is 6. The formula can be rewritten as 42 equals that. Find the length of side A. So 42 equals 4 times A plus 6. So A plus 6 has to equal what? Anyone? 4 times what's 42?
Oh, wow.
So half of 42 is 21, half of 21 is 10.5. So A must equal 10.5 minus 6, which is 4.5. Nobody picked up my mistake, so no one's listening. A plus B, and here I went times. So that was wrong. So I should have had 10 times the 2 was 20. So please, somebody yell out when I'm wrong, okay? Samara wants to throw a large party for her birthday. She needs to budget $15 per person for snack, food and drinks, and have 120 left over for decorations and other incidentals. She has 900 put aside for the party. Write an equation that could be used to work out the number of people, let's call that X, Samara can afford to invite. Okay, she needs $15 times the number of people plus the 120. And that's going to equal 900. Okay? So we've got 15x plus 120 equals 900. And so we've got 15x equals 900 minus 120, which is what? 780? Yep. And so x equals 780 divided by 15, which is 52. Who got that? Yep, cool. Next one, write and simplify an expression for the area of this triangle. So that's going to be half base times height is the area. Recall that area, oh, they've given you that. So area equals a half times 2x times x plus 6. If the area is 16 centimetres squared, what's the value of x? So 16 equals a half times 2x is x, and then we've got x plus 6. So 16 equals x squared plus 6x. Rearrange, x squared plus 6x minus 16 equals 0. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the plus 16 on this side to the other side and made it equal to 0. So my equal 0 is actually there, and then I've flicked it. Okay, so now, how are we going to find those? We're looking for two numbers that multiply to 16. So 16 is 2 times 8, and 8 minus 2 equals 6. So negative 16 is going to be negative 2. So I'm going to try x minus 2, x plus 8 equals 0. I'm going to check it, expanding, x squared plus 8x minus 2x minus 16, so that's cool. Then we say x equals 2. Because x can be two things, x can equal 2 or x can equal negative 8, but we cannot have x equals negative 8, does not work. Not good. Okay? Can't have a negative solution. Now, for excellence level students, if you actually find this solution, okay, and then discard it, that's the excellence level. Because you've actually factorised, solved, and then discarded the one that you can't have a negative length. So let's just check that. If x is 2, we were looking at an area of 16. 2 plus 6 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 8 times 4 divided by 2 is 16. So I've checked my answer is correct. Okay, next one. Whoops. Okay, recall Pythagoras' theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the shorter sides and c is the hypotenuse. Write an expression for the length of the third side in terms of x. So if we go back to our drawing here, we're trying to find this as our third side. So what is that going to be? We're going to have x plus 6 squared plus 2x squared, and that's going to equal our hypotenuse squared. So, I'm just going to move this here so we can get a bit of space for it, and here we go. So what do we do? Now remember that that's squared here. So we need to expand that. X squared plus 6x plus 6x is 12x plus 36 plus 4x squared equals h squared. So that's going to be 5x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals h squared. So your hypotenuse is going to be the square root of 5x squared plus 12x plus 36. Now, that's the exact same format that the answer gave. So stop there. Question 8. Sita wishes to build a chicken coop with 30 metres of chicken wire fencing. She wishes to have a main enclosure that's 5 metres long, here, with a smaller square. Very important, that square. So these two are going to be the same length. Enclosure to the side. That means that's going to be x, and that's going to be x, and that's going to be 5 metres, and that's going to be x. The dimension of the square enclosure will depend on the amount of fencing wire available. Fencing is not needed for two 1.5 metre gaps that are left for gates. Write and solve an equation that could be used to calculate the length of the square enclosure. So we've got 30 metres of chicken wire, so 30 metres equals x plus x plus x plus x plus x. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x plus 5 metres plus 5 metres is 10 metres minus 1.5 and 1.5 minus 3. Okay, so let's then write and solve. So I've written, now I need to solve it. So to solve it, I'm going to go flicking it, 5x plus 7 equals 30, so 5x equals 23, because 10 minus 3 is 7, and I flicked it, that went to there and that went to there. Then I took 7 off both sides, so x equals 23 over 7, which I can do on my calculator. 23 divided by 7, and I get 3.2857, so 3.29, and that I think is metres. I can double check that. Alrighty, sorry, I cannot focus properly. It was divided by 5. Just a bit of a whoopsie there. So it's 4.6. 4.6 metres. Okay. Alrighty. B. Calculate the total area of the two enclosures. So, what's the area of this enclosure? Is going to be x squared, and the area of this enclosure is going to be x times 5, which is 5x. So we have got x squared plus 5x is our area. Area equals x squared plus 5x. Area equals 4.6 squared plus 5 times 4.6. So our area equals 4.6 squared plus 5 times 4.6 on your calculator, which is 44.16 metres squared, which agrees with the answer. And that's excellent. So that's good, done. Oh, and I'm only seconds away from the 15 minutes maximum.